I have seen my mother, my aunts and many other women around me who are very comfortable the way they are, dressed the way they are, the way they make themselves up is very easy. But the way certain fashion, concepts have made them is, it's so extremely difficult to be a woman, constantly walking on stilts and the tightness of the clothes, you can't sit, you can't stand, everything is difficult.
Anyway, coming back to fashion and beauty, the fashion and the beauty industry for the longest time have preyed on people's insecurities to increase their bank balance. We are constantly telling people to become better versions of themselves, sometimes so much so that we alienate people from who they really are. We are constantly trying to make them look different from who they are, change their personalities. I don't personally think it's a very sustainable business model. I've said this in many interviews. I just want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the fashion and the beauty industry, and how do you think that fashion and beauty together can contribute to a much more sustainable and a positive dialogue that's going to create wellness in society?
By fashion you mean just clothes, accessories and stuff, not cosmetic surgery, right?
Everything, sir. Fashion and beauty together.
Including cosmetic surgeries.
Cosmetic surgery, in many ways, when you look at clothing, I think that sometimes the fashion industry, what we do is we are constantly trying people to adapt to newer clothing that they're not comfortable with. I might not say it's a cosmetic change, but it definitely is a change. So I wanted to ask you, how is it that we can realign people to who they really are, still create a business and create more wellness and less anxiety in the world?
I was talking to a very senior lawyer in the United States. She's a vice president in the company, and this company is the second largest law firm in the United States. It's a very senior position. But she's only in her late 40s, a brilliant lawyer. But I was staying with them and I just saw how she has to get ready in the morning, walk up and down, take calls on high heels and tight clothes and struggling. I said, isn't it so hard to be a woman? Why have you made it so extremely hard to be a woman? I have seen my mother, my aunts and many other women around me who are very comfortable the way they are, dressed the way they are, the way they make themselves up is very easy. But the way certain fashion, concepts have made them is, it's so extremely difficult to be a woman, constantly walking on stilts and all that problems, the tightness of the clothes, you can't sit, you can't stand, everything is difficult. So in a way, trying to fit people into male needs, especially women, because fashion means largely it's been a woman's domain. Slowly men are coming into the picture, but still I think it's a small number if I'm right. I think the entire fashion industry for a long time has been trying to fit a woman into a male requirement. I think you should fit a woman into a woman's requirement of what she wants to be, rather than how a man wants her to look. So, I think if that change happens, a whole lot of things in the world will change. And if a woman dresses the way it is comfortable and nice for her, rather than how it is nice for a man to look at, if that is done, I think many things about how women will come out in the society, how they will function, how they will succeed in various aspects of life, all these things could change significantly if only fashion is not… women's fashion is not defined by male requirements. Well, men's fashion, I don't think it is defined by women's requirement, I think it's largely by the male requirement, so I don't think there's any change needed there. But above all, being comfortable with what you wear and just everybody has, even a bird grows colored feathers to make itself attractive. So it is the nature of lives on this planet to wanting to look better than what it is, little enhancement of who they are. It's perfectly fine, it's not something for me to comment upon. But going overboard in terms of killing all your comfort, your well-being, everything just to look in a particular way, I think this has to go. I think you've done a lot in this direction to bring back, organic clothing, where naturally the comfort in this kind of tropical nation, organic clothing is so very comfortable. Most people don't know what that is, and hope right now this, people are protesting against the Chinese polyester. So with this, I hope little more handlooms and organic cottons and silks in this country will grow, because it looks like there's going to be a big movement in that direction. So the comfort of being in a cloth that's been produced with care, with a certain involvement more than anything. Somebody who loves to do it does it. I am not saying the cloth will be dripping with his love or what, that's not the point. The point is, what human beings have contributed to must come to you and stay close to you, not something that just falls out of a machine like that. That mass production idea has gone into textiles, started with Manchester, and it's okay if you're producing steel nuggets, you can mass produce, but clothing, which is so intimate to a human being, must be hand-produced as much as possible, if not completely. Education must become a designer, Right now we have mass education like a extruder, it is dropping children out in one shape. Whatever happens to that individual, it doesn't matter. You got him into the shape that you want. So fashion should not be in that context, that you got somebody into the shape that you want. No, it must be the way it'll enhance that person, at the same time enhance not just in appearance, in comfort, in well-being, in every sense it should enhance that person.
Thank you. In fashion, we have a new movement that's coming up, which is called the female gaze. You're so right, because fashion has been dominated by male designers for the longest time. But right now, spectacular pieces of women's wear is being created by women designers. In fact, in my company, 90% of the women, 90% of the people who are holding top position are women. And I specifically choose women without being sexist. It's just a strategy, because I think women understand women's clothing and their needs and their bodies more. And it helps us to understand women from a female gaze, which is so important. It's happening in photography, it's happening in advertising, it's happening in fashion, and you're so right. Thank you so much.